Someone ordered my cow mug. So this little cute cow is getting abducted. And this is the first phase. So then I do a light decoupage with glue so that when I put the epoxy on it, it doesn't run off. And then I do the glitter because I love glitter. And I do a lot of glitter in the rays, the space rays. So, and just a little bit of glitter for the moon. I mean, for the night sky. And that's about it. I don't really put much glitter around here. It's good coffee. Mm-hmm. I keep forgetting that it's like the weekday. I don't know why. I keep thinking it's like a weekend.
Because you're home.
Yeah. I had a bucket list of things I wanted to do, and I just ended up napping. I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just sleepy and tired. And I have a very stress-free teaching job. This is letting go and breathing. It's exhaling from the past 9 months. And not only did I get amazing, that when you're told you have blockage, that actually affects your mental health. Do I change? Do I start eating differently? I mean, what do I do? Am I dying? I'm about to have a heart attack.
Do I buy more butter?
Do I buy more butter? I don't, and that really weighed on me. And then I would tell myself, just let's deal with the hysterectomy. Then we'll deal with the heart blockage. And then just in a second, while I'm still loopy on meds, to be told, you're fine, you're cleared, and your heart is strong and it's perfect. There's no blockage.
I saw the pictures, honey. There's not even a taste of blockage. It is a clear, open heart.
This summer is not a good time to do the surgery that I need to have done to prevent this from ever happening again, because it's happened before, not on the heart blockage, but on my mammograms, and scared the crap out of me once. This summer's not a good summer because I have a grandbaby. My youngest, is having a baby, and she really needs me. She's so precious. We were talking about it. She goes, "No, I'm going to need you." So next year will be a good time to start the steps for breast reduction. We obviously know that I'm a good candidate for surgeries. Now, this one is not an outpatient, I'm told. This is going to require a hospital stay.
For hysterectomy?
No, for breast reduction.
Really? Is it because they're taking off so much?
I don't know, but the women that I have seen do it, maybe they're choosing to stay in the hospital.
Could be.
I'm not sure. Because y'all know they gave me a choice to stay a night in the hospital after my hysterectomy. I chose to go home. I'm more they don't let you really sleep. Anyway, and it's that blood pressure cuff constantly going off. So
This is outpatient.
Yeah.
But it may be.
They give you a choice.
Where you're at to
I
where
think
you want to be.
I think they give
different.
you a choice, like they did with the hysterectomy. Would you like to stay at the hospital? I said no. Because I'm a big woman, people just assume those breasts are part of that package. It is not. I've had these big breasts since I was 11 years old. 11 years old, and I was an A cup. That year, my 5th grade year, I moved into a B cup. I was outgrowing the A cup. It fell right at the same time that I was getting my period. I have pictures of me 12 years old with my 2-year-old little sister, and I am a solid B cup. And I am skinny as can be. I'm just a little petite, tiny thing. And this is going to be my story. That, that's unfortunately. Hold on for a second. When I was 16, my parents had a really good insurance, and I want to say it was Blue Cross Blue Shield. And my father said, my insurance will cover your breast reduction. And they were doing them for young teenagers who had big breasts. So we went to the consultation, and they told me that the condition that I have would mean that I can get the breast reduction, but my breasts will keep growing. There's nothing that's going to stop them from growing. And then the other thing, and this is, of course, in 86, 87, the surgery that I was going to need, they were going to have to move the nipples. They were going to have to cut out the nipples and move them. And I'm not even quite sure why. I don't remember why. And of course, if I ask my mom, she just will be like, who is this? Why did you call me about your breasts? Her memory's even worse than mine. So I don't. So, when you're 16 years old and in your brain, you're watching your mom breastfeed your baby brother because he was born when I was 15. You're like, no, you're not messing with my nipples. Because my mom kept saying that. Mama, I don't think you can breastfeed. She was in La Leche League. And there was a woman that had a breast reduction, but her nipples weren't moved. And anyway, it was a whole thing. And I'm like, I don't want to take that risk. I want to breastfeed. And I know to make that decision at 16 is so weird. But there you are. You're 16 and you're making a decision. Do I alleviate this back pain, or do I keep my breasts the way they are so I can breastfeed my future babies? And that's a weird thing to do at 16. And a friend at church had a breast reduction, and I can't remember if she was able to breastfeed because she was 18 when she had hers done. And then many years later, I went to go visit that church with my babies, and she had her babies. And of course, that's not something you ask. Hey, did you ever breastfeed? I mean, you just don't do that. But yeah, I breastfed all my kids, and it was a wonderful experience. I was one of those. I mean, if I was your hospital mate, you want to throw a bedpan at me because I was a pro. The breastfeeding consultant came in. How are we doing? And I'm like, we're fine. We're latched and everything. And that was it. And also, I was raised to be long suffering. So anything that hurt, you just ignore it. And I did not do that with my daughters. Well, I'm not doing that with my youngest, and I didn't do it with my oldest because I helped her latch. I was her breastfeeding consultant. I helped her latch because, they need help in that first breastfeeding. And then I looked at her and I said, if you need a bottle, you get the bottle. End of story. You can do both. She was able to do both. It's a lie when they tell you there are some babies that just can't stand the bottle, but you just got to keep fighting the right nipple. You really do. one of my kids, we went to the Netherlands. And he didn't like any of the nipples because I wanted to be able to bottle feed him and enjoy the trip. Long story short, I ended up breastfeeding him, not solely breastfeeding him, except for one night, because the Dutch are so liberal. But they'll also come up to you and they'll talk to you while staring at your nipples because they don't think they've ever seen brown nipples. So they're just like, what is that? What are you feeding that? Do you make chocolate milk? I don't know. They're just very.
Brown cows make chocolate
I'm
milk.
pretty curious about the brown girls. But anyway, he wouldn't take any bottle. We bought him one of each, and he wouldn't take any bottle. And it was going to be my breast milk. I wasn't going to give him formula. This kid loved, because it was just, they were starting to discontinue the old Playtex. Because by the time his brother was born, a year and a half later, Playtex had completely changed their system. So this was the old plastic envelopes with that funny looking nipple, the brown nipple. He liked that one. The one that looked like mom. So we had to go and scrounge for those because we had to like drive around. We went to Service Merchandise. Do y'all remember Service Merchandise? We could not, because they were discontinuing them and bringing in the new Playtex system.
My camera that I have is from there, from '84.
You really got to get that camera up and running.
It seems film.
Why did you play with it? Anyway, so then I brought my little pump, which I hated. We get to the Netherlands. We're having a great time. And then there was a time where I don't know what my husband and I were going to do, but we were going to leave him with my sister. My sister went with us. He did not want my breast milk in the Playtex. That's not something we thought we should try out. He didn't want my breast milk. He wanted mama's breast milk from mama's bottle, from her boobies. He did not want the breast milk coming from the bottle. So my husband was very confident. He says, our formula is not like Americans. We have laws against putting the stuff putting stuff in our formula that you guys are allowed to do. Maybe he'll like our formula. It's very pure. I thought he was exaggerating. I mean, I was a Republican, so I was like, whatever, America this, America's wonderful. Little did I know. So anyway, he goes and gets some random formula. I don't even go and shop. I was like not even interested for some reason. And he comes back and I make a bottle and Evan devoured it. He loved their formula. And I was able to take 2 containers back home because he just loved that formula. He did like the Playtex though. And I think when we got back home, I just poked big holes in them. Yeah, I'm that mom. And because we had so many Playtex bottles and we didn't really need them, I used them for rice cereal. Yeah. When my babies turned about 6 months old, I gave them rice cereal bottles. And my babies slept through the night and my babies took naps. So all you mamas out there that are like, yeah, they say that's bad for their teeth. My kids don't have cavities. I mean, they probably have cavities after they left my house.
But they're Dutch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That is the dumbest thing. It affects their teeth. You can't give them rice cereal. I'm like, okay, well, I want them to sleep. I've got shit to do. So they're getting a rice bottle. My siblings got that was my job, was to make rice bottles for my siblings. And you have to understand, Playtex made a cereal bottle. And it had you pushed in, like those orange popsicles where you push in the bottom. That was their cereal system. And I had to go to the Trade Center because someone told me the Trade Center still sells them. And I went and I bought one, but then I just learned to poke bigger holes in their bottles for their cereal. And that's what I did. Did you ever give cereal bottles to
Oh,
Celeste?
hell yeah. She,
Yeah, and then they black out. I mean, you don't have to put a lot. You put like a tablespoon of rice cereal in their formula, and they're just like,
she'd be like punch drunk.
And Tutti Frutti, because they banned, Gerber banned desserts sometime in the later 90s. But,
We still had them for Celeste. They still had the.
oh, okay, maybe then I know.
Not all of them, but some of them, yeah.
I know that I was able to give my kids Tutti Frutti. But then they banned the blue huckleberry. Is that what it was? It was there were some desserts that Gerber made, and then they steered away from desserts, and they just offered fruit. But what the hell was wrong with dessert? I don't understand. But
But why did babies need a dessert?
well,
I never understood.
right, like nobody gives their child a taste of their ice cream or their pudding.
I can understand giving them fruit, but
And on their first birthday, we let them have a cake. Give me a break. There was nothing wrong with Tutti Frutti. But anyway, I used to put a little bit of Tutti Frutti, like a teaspoon of Tutti Frutti, and a tablespoon of rice cereal, and that would knock them out. They would take the best naps. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful, it's not even my Sunday coffee chat. What is it today? Wednesday?
today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. Some of you have been donating to my GoFundMe account. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, we're already struggling. My paycheck, I get paid tomorrow, but it looks very lean. Not very lean, but
Lean enough.
it's missing 3 days because when we had the flu. And then I had to go to the doctor's. So actually, is that going to be on this check? Yeah, that is.
I think it's the next one.
It's going to be on the next one. But before that, every time I go to the doctor's, basically, I ran out of my vacation days and my sick days, which is a total of 10 in Texas. That's what they give teachers, 5 and 5. And I ran out all of it in October. So every time I went to the ER in November and December, ER doctor's visits, that is totally, I'm being docked. I'm being docked. So, I cannot wait till this journey is, well, then the new journey of menopause starts. What fun hormones shall I play with?
I'm going to look for vacation days for me.
I really do need to research, but I'm just really lazy about that kind of stuff. It's just like, I just want to go to the doctor and say, okay, I'm itching. Oh, okay, so you need some estrogen. Because like, I've been itching. The progesterone, the medicine that I'm on doesn't have very much estrogen. It has very, very little. And I'm struggling every night. I'm itching, and apparently that's a symptom. That's a menopausal thing. I am having restless leg syndrome. I'm taking my vitamins. It has magnesium in it. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Someone was telling me about yams. Yams or sweet potatoes. But see, I don't like researching crap. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Oh. Okay. Y'all have a good day. Mwah.